Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes. This is a new feature of the channel. It's going to land on Facebook at first. But it's called Morning Brew About the Crew. And we're going to sit down, we're going to drink some coffee. I'm sitting in my kitchen here. We're going to talk about the most recent news, updates. We're going to try to do this once a week, where we sit and talk over a cup of coffee, just about stuff going on with the Brewers and stuff I've read. Source a lot of the stuff from MLB Trade Rumors, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, 105.7. There's going to be a lot of information. You're getting morning views, so if I'm a little sniffly or anything, that's simply just because it's early morning and I have allergies. Sorry. So first off, on Morning Brew About the Crew, I'd like to thank again everyone for the tremendous support and subscribing. We're at 540 as of this morning, 541, something like that. So I really appreciate that, guys. If you share, subscribe, any way you can help out. We really want to make this thing become a lot bigger, and I'm going to keep doing new features, new things, try and get some more player interviews to come on. But as of this morning, we're just sitting here talking about the Crew. So first thing I'm going to talk about, and it's already kind of been announced and spoken about, is Brett Lawrie. Brett Lawrie signed a deal with the Brewers. He announced it first, so this has never really been made official. He was the first one to announce it. He announced it on his Instagram account, and then Trade Rumors and everybody, obviously picked up on it. That was how it got announced. It's never been made official by the Brewers. Now we find out the reason. The reason strictly is that he had not. They wanted him to go through some basic, I shouldn't say basic, extensive physicals and a lot of information before they signed on the dotted line and said, "Yeah, we're signing you." So they went through their extensive physicals, checked him out. Obviously, he's hurt. He spent 2 years was hurt. Spent 2 years out of the majors. They felt that it was okay. They put him on a minor league deal. If he does crack the big league roster, he can make $7 million. Pretty good chunk of change for a guy who hasn't played baseball in a while. And if you listen to the comments and read what David Stearns had said, they're giving him a shot. Now, we've done this in the past. We've given Jabba, Dontrell Willis. I mean, we've given players a shot. But it seems to me Brett Lawrie's pretty motivated. So we'll see where that goes. For lower numbers, I think it's okay to give former big leaguers a shot. They're doing something similar with Jay Jackson. I don't know a lot about him, so but Lawrie was a good player. So we'll see how that goes. Hernan Perez. Give a little shout out, a little love this week to Hernan Perez with his 7 RBI game in the game the other day. That's amazing. Really coming out strong out of the gates. And you like to see that. I know it's spring training and it doesn't mean a whole lot, but you still want to see guys come out and perform, especially in the beginnings of baseball. We're really at this point in the season where it's just excitement building. And I think a performance like that really does build excitement. So Guerra hit 95, game note, man. So there's an article about that if you read it. Basically it says, he's kind of struggled. Guerra hasn't been playing the best. I mean, he hit 93 in his last outing in the postseason versus the Dodgers. But yeah, that pitching difference, that velocity and that speed really makes a difference to a pitcher. They're really excited for him. Council made some good comments. So, and I'll link all these articles up that I've read down below. Now, the next one is it makes me a little sad. I think we've all been waiting on Jimmy. Jimmy Nelson has been out since 2017. It was a labrum tear injury. They put him through they ended the season. They put him through a procedure, and he's really been working. He missed all of 18, which it sucks. It's not fun. We all want Jimmy to come back, and we all want Jimmy to do well. It's not a matter of, I don't think there's any Jimmy haters out there. I think we're all just ready to see him play. And this has all taken a long time. I mean, there's been so many setbacks along the road. Sorry, I had to get a little refuel. There's been so many setbacks along the road. Per David Stearns, they're saying he has arm fatigue. I don't know what that means. I guess just his arm is tired. He isn't used to throwing like this, which I thought he was working out. So that's where my confusion lies with this, guys. They're saying it's a minor setback. According to Stearns, he's only going to miss one bullpen session. But we've seen that happen too. And, I'm not going to make any assertions here, but Keuchel. Sorry. Got a little something in my throat there. Yeah. I think we need to make a move at this point in time, this juncture. I don't think it's going to be one of... Maybe it isn't. It's a move on a necessity. I mean, we've got plenty of arms. There's still Davies, who pitches today, guys. So Davies is coming out today. Opening the field today. That's kind of a cool thing. This high dollar, super expensive field that we spent the last 10 months rebuilding. I'm really excited to see kind of first game, and I believe the Fox broadcast announcers are going to be there, so Bill and Brian, which will be great. I mean, it'll be great. That's more of a feeling of it getting back to baseball. If you've watched these games with the Angels announcers and stuff like that, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm glad they're broadcasting, but where are our guys? Because I like hearing our guys talk about our guys, because then they know a lot more and they've done their research. Common sense, right? You're going to know more about the players that are on your team. So next up is Zach Brown, minor league starter. Yeah, they actually use the word starter in the articles. I found that really funny. Minor league outgetter. Sorry. Knock on counsel there. So he was a 5th rounder, pitched most of last year out of Biloxi. He was 9-1 with a 2.44 ERA in 23 games. He did miss a little bit of time due to injury. It was a high ankle sprain. He's 24, so I mean he's young enough yet, guys. They're talking a lot of praise about him. Counsel gave him quite a bit of praise, and the first word he used was competitor. He comes out and he competes. That's great. I mean, I'm excited to have a young starter that's a competitor. I mean, I know we've got a lot of young starters in the system, so that's not what I'm saying, but it's kind of cool to see this stuff. Spring training brings out where you get to know more of your prospects and stuff like that. I think that it's interesting to see, guys like him and Hura and Corey Ray. And so, yeah, he pitched against the Angels. He has scoreless, hitless inning. We'll see what more comes of him this spring. I don't think we're going to see him crack the big league roster. He's destined for AAA, but at the same point in time, I'm okay with that. So, guys, there's a lot to talk about. I mean, I could talk about every little thing if I wanted to. I source this all before I do it. I do the research before I sit down and talk. If you guys got something that you want to talk about, hit me up in the comments below, Facebook, wherever this lands. Hit me up. I really just this was a time to drink my coffee. I got inspired because I was having my morning brew. So that's what this comes down to. It's just me sitting drinking some coffee in the quiet of my house, and came up with this little brief video for you. It's not so brief though, as my videos go. Typically they're a couple minutes. This is going to be a little bit longer. The other things I want to talk about is the stuff we got coming up. I mean, opening day. We're going to opening day. It's going to be great. Find me there. If you want, I'm going to start a little thread in the Facebook page saying, giving the details in about a week here. So follow up with that stuff. There's going to be a lot of new things I'm debuting. Later today, I'm going to be recording the first of a series comparing us to our NL Central division rivals. Just basically a breakdown roster to roster. That's going to be coming up. And then there's going to be try to be new videos on every day, every 2 days. So keep watching the channel, guys. This video here, the Morning Brew, is going to be uploaded weekly on Tuesdays. And we're going to try and get it up by 10. 9 is the deadline, but 10 is... then I'm not going to upload it. If it's not up by 10, then it's not going to come up. So, Morning Brew, about the crew, with the crew. It's a working title. Working title, guys. I think that's it for me today. This is going to be a rough video. It's not going to be edited. We'll slap an ending on it. We got a beginning, but it's just going to be me talking. So, you're going to hear some imperfections. You're going to hear me not exactly sound the best. It's actually, this is kind of supposed to be podcast form, but I decided to record it, and there'll probably be a podcast version. And if you want to come on Morning Brew about the crew, it's going to happen. I'm going to record it weekly at about 8 in the morning. So if you'd like to be on the Morning Brew with the crew and just talk to me, we can do a Skype, we can do phone call, whatever it wants to be. If you want to sit here and talk baseball with me Tuesday mornings, have at it. I'd love to have you on the show. I'd love to get some more impact, more discussion on certain topics. I don't know, just a rough draft, guys. If you like this, let me know. It's a new format for me. I don't really sit and just kind of talk off the cuff. If you've reading any of the tweets and stuff that's going on, it's all positives. We're seeing a lot of stuff about prospects, and we haven't seen a lot of the gamers, the everyday MLB players, because they're ramping them up. Those guys don't start playing until the final few weeks. I remember, actually, I think it was Bill who said that you get into the old days. They used to get into shape in spring training, so they wouldn't work half as hard as the players do now. Now it was a different game when Bill played versus today, but they used to get into shape in spring training. Now they're already in shape. They're just taking it to that next level. So that's, I don't know, I find that interesting. I mean, that's a change in baseball, you know what I mean? But it's a bigger money game than it's ever been before. We have a lot of guys that are on a talent level that is bar none. I mean, think about the time that Moose and Christian Yelich and all those guys out in California spent together. They spent a lot of time working out. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of all that, where Bronny falls into place. Really excited about that. Excuse me. Morning. Just getting the morning out of it. I don't have anything else. I really don't. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Join the Facebook group. Join the movement. We're trying to get 1,000 here in the next few weeks. I would really, really appreciate every like, every subscribe. I love it. And it's not, I'm trying to beg you guys. I like seeing those numbers, and I like having these conversations. And the more you like, the more you subscribe, the more my video gets viewed, and the more people I get to reach out to, the more people I get to talk to. It's not about me, there's a little ego to it, a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's just me sitting here recording and talking baseball. I mean, I love to record and talk baseball with any one of you fans. I think that's all I got, guys. I mean, yeah, I think this is the end of the show. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, get this thing up, and we'll go forward, just trying to come up with new stories, new ideas. Like I said, there's gonna be some videos later today. Check those out. This is actually technically a podcast, but there's gonna be some videos later today. We're going to break down those central rivals. I really want to talk about it. I hope you guys want to talk about it. If you want to be in any videos, hit me up in the comments. I would definitely love to record a breakdown and talk with any one of you. So, thanks for watching the first morning brew about the Crew. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute.